Hello everyone, today we'll have a new lesson about difference between web page, website, web server, and search engine. Let's talk about web page. A web page is a simple document displayable by a browser. Such documents are written in the HTML language, which we'll look into in more details in other articles. A web page can embed a variety of different types of resources such as style information, wherein controlling a page's look and feel, scripts which add interactivity to the page, and media such as images, sounds, and videos. Note that browsers can also display other documents such as PDF files or images, but the term web page specifically refers to HTML documents. Otherwise, we only use the term document. All web pages available on the web are reachable through a unique address. To access a page, just type its address in your browser address bar. Next, website. A website is a collection of linked web pages plus their associated resources that share a unique domain name. Each web page of a given website provides explicit links, most of the time in the form of clickable portion of text that allow the user to move from one page of the website to another. To access a website, type its domain name in your browser address bar, and the browser will display the website's main web page or homepage, casually referred as the home. The ideas of a web page and a website are especially easy to confuse for a website that contains only one web page. Such a website is sometimes called a single-page website. A website, also written as website, is a collection of web pages and related content that is identified by a common domain name and published on at least one web server. Notable examples are Wikipedia.org, Google.com, and Amazon.com. All publicly accessible websites collectively constitute the World Wide Web. There are also private websites that can only be accessed on a private network, such as a company's internal website for its employees. Websites are typically dedicated to a particular topic or purpose, such as news, education, commerce, entertainment, or social networking. Hyperlinking between web pages guides the navigation of the site, which often starts with a home page. Users can access websites on a range of devices, including desktops, laptops, tablets, and smartphones. The software application used on these devices is called a web browser. Websites can be used in various fashions: a personal website, a corporate website for a company, a government website, an organization website, and so on. Websites can be the work of an individual, a business, or other organization, and are typically dedicated to a particular topic or purpose. Any website can contain a hyperlink to any other website, so the distinction between individual sites as perceived by the user can be blurred. Some websites require user registration or subscription to access content. Examples of subscription websites include many business sites, news websites, academic journal websites, gaming websites, file sharing websites, message boards, web-based email, social networking websites, websites providing real-time stock market data, as well as sites providing various other services. While website was the original spelling, sometimes capitalized website, since web is a proper noun when referring to World Wide Web, this variant has become rarely used and website has become the standard spelling. All major style guides such as the Chicago Manual of Style and the AP Style Book have reflected this change. Websites come in a nearly endless variety, including educational sites, news sites, foreign sites, forums, social media sites, e-commerce sites, and so on. The pages within a website are usually a mix of text and other media. That said, there are no rules dictating the form of a website. A person could create a website of nothing but black and white photos of roses, or the word cat linked to another web page with the word mouse. However, many sites follow a standard pattern of a homepage that links off to other categories and content within the website. The home page, or simply home, represents the main page of the site itself. Frequently, the home page is a sort of hub from which all other pages can be accessed. An internal web page to which several other pages are linked in a coherent structure, such as a specific category of topics, is instead called a parent page. Every page is a single HTML document, and all of them are connected through hyperlinks or simply linked, which can be combined in a navigation bar for ease of use. The navigation bar is displayed on every page rather than just the home page and allows the user to quickly move across the main website structure. Another important section of most websites is the footer, which is another recurring section that is found at the bottom of every page. Usually, the footer contains external links pointing to similar websites and other external resources, together with other vital info such as disclaimers, links to the terms of service, privacy policy, and contact pages, as well as the physical address of the company that owns the site. Websites are hosted on servers and require a web browser such as Chrome, Firefox, or Internet Explorer to be visited, either on a computer or mobile device. A website can be accessed directly by entering its URL address or by searching it on a search engine such as Google or Bing. Originally, websites were categorized by their top-level domains. Some examples include government agency website, which is .gov, educational institutions website, which is .edu, non-profit organizations websites, which is .org, commercial website, which is .com, and information sites, which is .info. Although these top-level domain extensions still exist, they say little about a website's actual content. In modern day's internet, the .com extension is by far the most popular domain, together with many other country-specific extensions like .it, .de, .co, .uk, .fr, and so on. The first website was created in 1990 by Tim Berners-Lee, a British physicist at CERN or CERN. 3 years later, in 1993, CERN announced that everyone could access and use the World Wide Web for free. Let's talk about static website. A static website is one that has web pages stored on the server in the format that is sent to a client web browser. It is primarily coded in hypertext markup language or HTML. Cascading style sheets or CSS are used to control appearance beyond basic HTML. Images are commonly used to effect the desired appearance and as part of the main content. Audio or video might also be considered static content if it plays automatically or is generally non-interactive. This type of website usually displays the same information to all visitors, similar to handing out a printed brochure to a customers or clients. A static website will generally provide consistent standard information for an extended period of time. Although the website owner may make updates periodically, it is a manual process to edit the text, photos, and other content, and may require basic website design skills and software. Simple forms or marketing examples of websites such as classic website, a 5-page website, or a brochure website are often static websites because they present predefined static information to the user. This may include information about a company and its products and services through text, photos, animations, audio or video, and navigation menus. Static websites may still use server-side includes or SSI as an editing convenience, such as sharing a common menu bar across many pages. As the site's behavior to the reader is still static, this is not considered a dynamic site. How about dynamic website? A dynamic website is one that changes or customizes itself frequently and automatically. Server-side dynamic pages are generated on the fly by computer code that produces the HTML or CSS are responsible for appearance and thus are static files. There are a wide range of software systems such as CGI, Java Servlets, and Java Server Pages or JSP, Active Server Pages, and Cold Fusion or CFML that are available to generate dynamic web systems and dynamic sites. Various web application frameworks and web template systems are available for general use programming languages like Perl, PHP, Python, and Ruby to make it faster and easier to create complex dynamic websites. A site can display the current state of a dialogue between users, monitor a changing situation, or provide information in some way personalized to the requirements of the individual user. For example, when the front page of a news site is requested, the code running on the web server might combine stored HTML fragments with news stories retrieved from a database or another website via RSS to produce a page that includes the latest information. Dynamic sites can be interactive by using HTML forms, storing and reading back browser cookies, or by creating a series of pages that reflect the previous history of clicks. Another example of dynamic content is when a retail website with a database of media products allows a user to input a search request, such as for the keyword Beatles. In response, the content of the web page will spontaneously change the way it looked before, and will then display a list of Beatles products like CDs, DVDs, and books. Dynamic HTML uses JavaScript code to instruct the web browser how to, or one way to simulate a certain type of dynamic website, And while avoiding the performance loss of initiating the dynamic engine on a per-user or per-connection basis, is to periodically automatically regenerate a large series of static pages. Let's proceed to the types of website. Websites can be divided into two broad categories: static and interactive. Interactive sites are part of the Web 2.0 community of sites and allow for interactivity between the site owner and site visitors or users. While static sites serve or capture information but do not allow engagement with the audience or users directly. Some websites are informational or produced by enthusiasts or for personal use or entertainment. Many websites do aim to make money using one or more business models, including posting interesting content and selling contextual advertising either through direct sales or through an advertising network. Example, e-commerce. Products or services are purchased directly through the website. Advertising products or services available at a brick-and-mortar business. Freemium. Basic content is available for free, but premium content requires a payment, like WordPress website. It is an open source platform to build a blog or website. There are many varieties of websites, each specializing in a particular type of content or use, and they may be arbitrarily classified in any number of ways. A few such classifications might include: first, affiliate network, a site, typically few in pages, whose purpose is to sell a third party's product. The seller receives a commission for facilitating the sale. Affiliate agency, enabled portal that vendors not only its custom CMS but also syndicated content from other content providers for an agreed fee. There are usually three relationship tiers. See some affiliate agencies. For example, commission junction, advertisers like eBay, or a consumer like Yahoo. Next, archive site, used to preserve valuable electronic content threatened with extinction. Two examples are the Internet Archive, which since 1996 has preserved billions of old and new web pages, and the Google Groups, which in early 2005 was archiving over 845 million messages posted to Usenet news or discussion groups, for example, Internet Archive or Google Groups. Another type is the malware website, a site created specifically to attack visitors' computers on their first visit to a website by downloading a file, usually a Trojan horse. These websites rely on unsuspecting users with poor antivirus protection in their computers. Blog or weblog. Sites generally used to post online diaries, which may include discussion forums. Many bloggers use blogs like an editorial section of a newspaper to express their ideas on anything ranging from politics to religion to video games to parenting, along with anything in between. Some bloggers are professional bloggers and they are paid to blog about a certain subject, and they are usually found on news sites. For example, WordPress. For the brand building site, a site with the purpose of creating an experience of a brand online. These sites usually do not sell anything, but focus on building the brand. Brand building sites are most common for low value, high volume, fast moving consumer goods or FMCG. Celebrity website, a website the information in which revolves around a celebrity or public figure. These sites can be official, or which endorsed by the celebrity, or fan-made, run by a fan or fans of the celebrity without implicit endorsement. Example, jimcarrey.com. Another types of website is the comparison shopping website. A website providing a vertical search engine that shoppers use to filter and compare products based on price, features, reviews, and other criteria. Example, shopping.com. Another is crowdfunding website, a platform to fund projects by the pre-purchase of products or by asking audience members to make a donation. Example is the Kickstarter. Next, click to donate site, a website that allows the visitor to donate to charity simply by clicking on a button or answering a question correctly. An advertiser usually donates to the charity for each correct answer generated. Example, the Hunger site or the Free Rides. Content site, a site the business of which is the creation and distribution of original content, for example, the wikihow.com or about.com. Then the classified ad site, a site publishing classified advertisements such as gumtree.com or Craigslist. Where the corporate website, used to provide background information about a business, organization, or service. The online dating service is a site where users can find other single people looking for long-term relationships, dating, short encounters, or friendship. Many of them are pay-per services, but there are many free or partially free dating sites. Most dating sites in the 2010s have the functionality of social networking websites, such as eHarmony and Match.com. The e-commerce website is a site offering goods and services for online sale and enabling online transactions for such sales, such as Amazon.com. The fake news website, a site publishing fake news stories intending to deceive visitors and profit from advertising. For example, the BFNN and the Daily Stormer. Internet forum is a site where people can hold conversations in the form of posted messages such as Skyscraper City or 4chan. The gallery website is a website designed specifically for use as a gallery. This may be an art gallery or photo gallery and of commercial or non-commercial nature. The government website is a website made by the local, state, department, or national government of a country. Usually, these sites also operate websites that are intended to inform tourists or support tourism. Examples are USA.gov, Nainara, and gov.uk. Grave site, a site devoted to the criticism of a person, place, corporation, government, or institution. Online game website, websites where users can play online games like browser games, OGame, and Travian. Online gambling site, or website, a site that lets users play online games such as gambling. Humor site, satirizes, parodies, or amuses the audience. Example, The Onion, National Lampoon Digital Archive, and Encyclopedia Dramatica. Another types of website is the information site, wherein most websites fit in this category to some extent. They do not necessarily have commercial purposes. Examples are most government, educational, and non-profit institutions have an informational site. Next, media sharing site. A site that enables users to upload and view media such as pictures, music, and videos. Example, YouTube and DeviantArt. Mirror site. A website that is the replication of another website. This type of website is used as a response to spikes in user visitors. Mirror sites are most commonly used to provide multiple sources of the same information and are particular value as a way of providing reliable access to large downloads. Another type is the microblog website, a short and simple form of blogging. Microblogs are limited to certain numbers of characters and work similarly to status update on Facebook, like Twitter. News site. Similar to an information site but dedicated to dispensing news, politics, and commentary. For example, the CNN.com and BBC.com/news. Personal website. Websites about an individual or a small group such as a family that contains information or any content that the individual wishes to include. Such a personal website is different from a celebrity website, which can be very expensive and run by a publicist or agency. Phishing website. A website created to fraudulently acquire sensitive information such as passwords and credit card details by masquerading as a trustworthy person or business such as Social Security Administration, PayPal, or a bank in an electronic communication. Photo sharing website. A website created to share digital photos with the online community like Flickr, Instagram, and Imgur. P2P or torrents website. Websites that index torrent files. This type of website is different from a BitTorrent client, which is usually the standalone software. Example, Mininova, the Pirate Bay, and ISOHAN. Political site. A site on which people may voice political views, provide political humor, campaign for elections, or provide information about a certain candidate, political party, or ideology. For example, the Reno Party of Canada website. Another type is the question and answer or Q&A site. Answer site is a site where people can ask questions and get answers. For example, Quora, Yahoo Answers, Stock Exchange Network, including Stock Overflow. Religious site. A site in which people may advertise a place of worship or provide inspiration or seek to encourage the faith of a follower of that religion. Another, the review site. A site on which people can post reviews for products or services like Yelp, Rotten Tomatoes. School website. A site on which teachers, students, or administrators can post information about current events at or involving their school. U.S. elementary high school websites generally use K-12 in the URL. Scraper site. A site that largely duplicates the content of another site without permission, without actually pretending to be that site, in order to capture some of that site's traffic, especially from search engines, and profit from advertising revenue or in other ways. Search engine. A website that indexes material on the internet or on intranet and lately on traditional media such as books and newspapers. and provides links to information as a response to query. Examples are Google Search, Bing, DuckDuckGo, and Ecosia. Another type is the shock site. Includes images or other material that is intended to be offensive to most viewers. For example, the goatc.cx and Rotten Medical. Showcase website. Web portals used by individuals and organizations to showcase things of interest or value. Then the social bookmarking site, a site where users share the other content from the internet and rate and comment on the content. For example, stumble upon and dig. Another type of website is the social networking service, a site where users could communicate with one another and share media such as pictures, videos, music, blogs, etc. with other users. This may include games and web applications like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and LinkedIn. Social news. A social news website features user-posted stories that are ranked based on popularity. Users can comment on this post, and these comments may also be ranked. Since their emergence with the birth of Web 2.0, these sites are used to link many types of information including news, humor, support, and discussion. Social news sites allegedly facilitate democratic participation on the web. Examples are Reddit, Dig, and Slashdot. Wires, a site designed to host or link to materials such as music, movies, and software for the user to download. For example, the Pirate Bay. Webcomic, an online comic ranging in various styles and genres unique to the World Wide Web. Example, the Penny Arcade, XKCD, and Gunner Creek Court. Webmail, a site that provides a webmail service like Hotmail, Gmail, ProtonMail, Yahoo Mail. Web portal, a site that provides a starting point or a gateway to other sources on the internet or an intranet. Examples are the MSN.com, MSNBC.com, Newgrounds, and Yahoo. Wikisite, a site in which users collaboratively edit its content. For example, the Wikipedia, WikiHow, and Wikia. Let's proceed to the web server. A web server is a computer hosting one or more websites. Hosting means that all the web pages and their supporting files are available on that computer. The web server will send any web page from the website it is hosting to any user's browser per user request. Don't confuse websites and web servers. For example, if you hear someone say, "My website is not responding," it actually means that the web server is not responding and therefore the website is not available. More importantly, since a web server can host multiple websites, the term web server is never used to designate a website, as it could cause great confusion. In our previous example, if we said, "My web server is not responding," it means that multiple websites on that web server are not available. Let's talk about search engine. Search engines are a common source of confusion on the web. A search engine is a special kind of website that helps users find web pages from other websites. There are plenty out there, such as Google, Bing, Yandex, DuckDuckGo, and many more. Some are generic, some are specialized about certain topics. Use whichever you prefer. Many beginners on the web confuse search engines and browsers. Let's make it clear. A browser is a piece of software that retrieves and displays web pages. A search engine is a website that helps people find web pages from other websites. The confusion arises because the first time someone launches a browser, the browser displays a search engine's homepage. This makes sense because, obviously, the first thing you want to do with a browser is to find a web page display. Don't confuse the infrastructure like the browser with the service like the search engine. The distinction will help you quite a bit, but even some professionals speak loosely, so don't feel anxious about it. Here is an instance of Firefox showing a Google search box as its default startup page. That's all for the discussion about the difference between web page, website, web server, and search engine. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.